What's up, guys? Enos here again today. I want to bring you guys another Black Ops 3 video, and this is going to be on the good, the bad, and the ugly, and hopefully I can remember everything I talked about the first time, because here I am again recording for the second time, because like a genius I plugged in my headphone and microphone into the opposite jacks of which they're supposed to go, so I have to re-record it again. Great. But anyway, this is all opinion based. You may agree with me, you may not. That's why it's opinion. You guys can let me know what you think if you feel like you want to in the comment section. The first thing I'm going to talk about in the good section is the gun balancing. Gun balancing is something that I think Treyarch did very well. Overall, they've done pretty well in that in past games, with the exception of maybe the MSMC dominated all the submachine guns, and eventually it became the AN-94 in the assault rifle category in Black Ops 2. But overall, I think they've done decently well. But this one is definitely probably one of the better Call of Duties, if not the best, for gun balancing. You can literally use any weapon you want to use at any point in time and still be successful with it. That was not the case in Ghost or Advanced Warfare. Ghost, it was all Vector, MTAR, or Remington Honey Badger. Advanced Warfare, it was all BAL ASM. You didn't have another choice. So, it's a nice change of pace. Second, I want to talk, or the second thing in the good section is the movement system. I think it has been done very well. It is very fluent. It's not choppy and twitchy like Advanced Warfare was, for lack of a better word. It's been done very well. It requires you to, if you're playing objective mode, you can't just get across the map in like 3 to 4 seconds. So it requires you to actually know the maps, know the objective locations, know things like that. You have to actually have some kind of map knowledge to be successful with objective game modes. And that was not the case in Advanced Warfare at all. You could basically just, in Hardpoint, you could hold the scrap time and be to the next hill in like 3 seconds, and that breaks things like Hardpoint and Search and Destroy, where there's really no need to rotate ever to the next bomb site, because they're going to be there before you are, most likely. So I think the movement system was done very well. Moving on to the bad section, I think the score streak's not all that great. I was a little disappointed with those. In Black Ops 2, we had a lot of options, a lot of different things that we could use. In pubs, competitive was pretty standard, but pubs, there were a lot of different score streaks you could use. And I was a little disappointed coming into this one, because obviously they've tweaked some of them, but they're still not all that great. And some of the big score streaks, like the Mothership, you never see. They're literally never on the map. Now you can, there's a few that I see a lot, like the HCXD, the Hellstorm, the Lightning Strike, and things like that. Every once in a while I see a Talon or a Sentry, but really that's about it. I don't really see anything else, and that gets kind of, boring to have to run a UAV, counter UAV, and Wraith every game, because the rest of them are just not all that great. The next thing in the bad section I want to hit on is the perks. There's just a few of them that I think could be tweaked a little bit. One being Flak Jacket. That is the most overpowered perk I've ever seen in my life. You can literally take like 3 to 4 grenades to the face and watch them blow up under your crotch if you wanted to, and it would never freaking phase you. It's almost like ridiculous. Like, somebody has Flak Jacket in a Hardpoint, might as well just change your class to where you can use those other points for nades on something like perks or attachments or something, because it's useless to even have them. So I think this, Flak Jacket can be tweaked a little bit. I think awareness should be tweaked a little bit. In past Call of Duties, awareness, or SITREP, whatever it's called, has been a little bit better in silencing not only your footsteps, but also your team's footsteps. And Black Ops 3, it doesn't silence your team's footsteps basically at all. It just silences yours, which allows you to hear your teammates' footsteps a lot more, basically just like you're running dead silence. The only perk to it is that you can hear your enemy's footsteps better, which is what the perk is supposed to do, but it makes it extremely hard to tell if it's a teammate near you or if it's an enemy near you, and that can be very frustrating when trying to run that perk. I don't run it as much as I don't really run it anymore at all. I did for the first week or so the game was out, but I don't use it at all anymore just because it's not that great. But in the ugly section, I've only got one thing, and that is connection. The dedicated servers have been absolutely god-awful for me. Maybe not for some other people, but for me, and I know a lot of the guys I play with, the dedicated servers have been freaking terrible. And it seems to be worse on PS4 than Xbox One. Basically everything else is better on PS4 that I can tell, either better or the same, but the servers in general have just been garbage. Like, entire lobbies are lagging, people just lag out of games. You try to join a lobby and it takes you like 45 minutes to find a match. That definitely needs work. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. That's just my opinion. Let me know what you guys think. Have a good day, guys. Peace.